Okay, so guess we're going in court. And I assume, well, I don't know. I don't know how long this trial will take. I wonder if we'll find the real culprit, you know. At last, but we'll see. We don't really have a real suspect, so anyway. Well, let's see what happens. Mr. Wright? Yes? Why do you look so unhappy? Oh, well, nothing. Really, it's nothing. Right, Mia? Uh-oh, he looks even unhappier. Phoenix, your client is now practically a dead man walking. Perhaps that's why I feel particularly close to him. This is no time for dead people jokes, please. You know we're going to this trial utterly defenseless. Yet if Mr. Powers is truly innocent, we should be able to find something overlooked in the evidence to prove it. Something overlooked? We have to find something, Phoenix, today. It's that or lose the trial. This isn't gonna be easy. It isn't. It's gonna get even harder later on in the other cases, I imagine. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The offense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. An unexpected fact has come to the attention of the court. Yesterday, we learned that there were other people present at the studios. Today, I would like to show evidence proving they had nothing to do with the murder. Very well. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. I wonder if it'll be that producer. Yeah, I don't know, I keep mispronouncing words. I don't know. Mouth not working. Can't say words. The prosecution calls Mr. Salmonella to the stand. Or that director. Okay, this guy. This degenerate. Will the witness state his name and profession?
How rude can you get? You don't know me? I'm the director. I make the Steel Samurai, noob, Rolf.
Salmonella. I'm a director. Television. Were you at Glow Studios on the day of the murder?
Yes, Your Honor.
Very well. Please testify to the court about the events of that day. Phoenix, let's start by picking this testimony apart. If Powers is innocent, you know what that means. Someone in the trail on that day did it. Right. Well, she doesn't waste any time putting on the pressure.
I was in the studios from around 9 that morning. During the morning, I was doing an action scene run-through. It took a lot more time than I thought it would. I hear that everyone else ate lunch in the employee area. But I had a meeting in the Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. We were in a meeting until 4. During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs. That's about it.
The time of Mr. Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. And according to your testimony, you were in the meeting that time. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Okay, so it's from 9 that morning. Is that when you always come into work?
Oh no, I come in all sorts of hours. It's the industry way.
Yeah, I know all about the freaks in your industry.
Still,
what does that mean? FWIW. For when, I actually don't know. Oh no, I'm not elite enough to understand the acronyms. I actually hate acronyms. You never know what they stand for. Like for the what? I don't know. What does that stand for? So I was pretty busy all that day. Sad face. Tell us more about that. Action scene run through. In the employee area?
That's right. It was a fight scene between the Steel Samurai and the evil magistrate.
Was anyone else at the run-through?
Oh yeah, that security lady was sitting there watching the whole thing, lol. She was cheering on Hammer, if you can believe it.
She certainly has the lungs for it. Anyone else?
Nope, just us four.
Producer, director, well... I guess, was the producer there? Actually, I wanna see it again, just double check. Employee area, Steel Samurai, Evil Magistrate, Security Lady. Okay, he's claiming that only Director, Old Bag, you know, Steel Samurai, and Evil Magistrate was there. So 4 in total. So the producer wasn't there? Maybe, yeah. I don't know. Why did it go on so long?
I'm pretty sure you've already heard about this. But WP twisted his ankle on the run-through, see.
Oh right, that's the limp.
Which of course led me to missing my lunch. Rolf's
rolling on the floor starving? I guess? Good thing Phoenix is here, translating the acronyms, because I wouldn't be able to understand. I heard everyone else ate lunch in the employee area. Well, what exactly do they have for lunch?
T-bone steak. The assistant cooked some up.
Well, think of it, there was a plate with some bones on it in the employee area. Everyone else meaning that the witness did not eat with them.
But I had a meeting in the Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch.
So in the end, you didn't get to eat?
Yeah, no steak at least. Can you believe it?
Now that must have been tough. Phoenix, yeah? Was there something about that seem odd to you? Actually, there's something bothering me. Mr. Mena, just now you said steak at least, yeah. Did he eat something else? Eat something else, yeah?
Yeah, good call. I had some chocolate in my pocket, which I used to stay out of starvation.
Oh, I see. Is that all? I was sure I was on to something there. Okay, it was a studio of 9 in the morning. In the morning, did the run-through. Took more time because, WP twisted his ankle or something. Did that affect? Ate lunch in the employee, or rather, everyone else ate lunch in the employee area, but he had a meeting, so he did not go and eat lunch in the employee area. What were you discussing?
The Steel Samurai story and our budget. Get this! The sponsors told me, say, Mr. Manila, those scripts of yours are not appropriate for children. Can you believe it?
Actually, I do. So nobody left the table during the whole meeting. No one left their chairs. You didn't take a single break?
Well. Yeah, not a one.
What's he swaying so much about, I wonder? If only I had an idea. Wait for him to come up with him later. Phoenix, if his alibi holds, power is finished. Press him and do stuff, yeah. Press him if he decides lying. I guess, yeah, press him here, and then... ended up skipping lunch. Well, I kinda wanna see what do we have for our current record? Went to Studio 2. Skipping lunch. Kinda don't get it. I had lunch in the employee area, had a meeting in the Skin 2 live trailer, so I was skipping lunch. You didn't get to eat? No steak at least, can you believe it? Isn't that weird, considering... if he didn't get to eat lunch there, and he ate chocolate instead, how did he know that T-bone steak was being served? Right? I think that's the contradiction right there, unless I'm
Unless I'm wrong. Let's see. Mr. Manila. What do you want? When I went to Studio 2, I saw something on a table there. There were 2 plates, the same kind of plates as the ones in the employee area. Who ate lunch there? No, good call. I was embarrassed, so I didn't mention it. But I did eat, after all. Oh. A T-bone steak, you mean? So, okay, so he did, like, bring something with him, I guess? Yeah, well, I mean, the assistant went through all the trouble. I brought it to the trailer, thinking I could eat it later. Okay? Well, clearly a man who likes to eat. I'd suspected as much. So when exactly did you eat it? Well, we took one break during the meeting. I wolfed it down then. A mental image will carry me to my grave. Wait a second. If they took a break in that meeting, that contradicts his testimony. I'll press him on that one a bit more. We were in the meeting until around 4. I guess this one, right? He's saying, you know, he's in the meeting around 4, but before he was saying he didn't take a break. Nobody left the table during the whole meeting? And no one left their chairs, but you took a break, right? You didn't take a single break. Ah, well. Yeah, not a one! Wait a second. Maybe I do have an idea. Well, we know now. Wait a second, Mr. Manila, you just contradicted yourself. Didn't you just tell the court that you ate that T-bone steak during a break? Oops, Ralph. Well?
Mr. Manila, what's this all about?
Well, I guess we did take a little break.
Phoenix, great job. If they took a break, one of them could have gone to the studio during that time. Ah, so his alibi is not so airtight after all. Your Honor, I call on the witness to testify to the court about this break. Very well. Mr. Manila, your testimony, please. Uh-oh. Edgeworth is laughing. That's not a good thing. Yeah. I don't know what does FWIW mean? I have no idea. For I know for what it's worth? For what it's worth? I think that's what it means? That's the only thing I can think of. I guess so, like yeah, for what it's worth, we took a break, Ralph. But it was only 15 minutes. 15! That's only 13 in base 12. Not enough time for someone to say commit murder in Studio 1, lol. That's only just enough time to eat a T-bone steak if you ask me. I don't think it would even be enough time for that, but that's just me. Very well, you may begin the cross-examination.
15 minutes for a steak? Well, it was a small steak, I guess. Maybe. A break. What time exactly did you take this break? I'd say it was from around 2:30 or so until 2:45. 2:30. That's the time of death. So you could have gone to Studio 1, killed Hammer, and come back. Guess it's possible, time-wise. Only 15 minutes? What were you doing for those 15 minutes? Eating my T-bone steak, what else? There were 2 plates on that table? Oh, right. The other one was Diva's. Sorry, D. Vasquez. D. Vasquez? D. Vasquez plate. D. Vasquez, the producer. Yeah. This person. High-ranking producer.
To eat a T-bone steak in 15 minutes, that's quite a feat.
Not enough time to commit murder?
Why is that? Haven't we had enough of this pointless line of questioning? Your Honor, the testimony at this point has made one certain fact painfully clear. The people on the trail had nothing to do with the murder. It was impossible for any of them to go to Studio 1.
What?
Something wrong, Mr. Wright. Surely you aren't suggesting one of the people on the trailer went to Studio 1.
Well, Mr. Wright?
Phoenix, this is critical.
Think about it before you give your answer. You claim someone from the trailer went to Studio One. Someone from the trailer went to Studio One. I mean, we know it's kind of impossible only because of this, right? They could have not went... 2:15 to 4 p.m. Assuming the murder took place in Studio 1, 2:30, 2:15 to 4 p.m. they couldn't get back, right? They had to wait until 4 p.m. for the crane to take the monkey head out. And when was the body discovered? I don't know actually, it doesn't say. Someone from the trailer went to Studio 1. They took a break at 2:30. Guess not. I guess it's impossible. But I mean, the thing is, if we say that, it's kind of like breaking our case, right? So, this is the wrong answer, but I'll say it anyway. I don't want to write off so many possible suspects, but I can't keep claiming the impossible either. I agree that it was impossible for anyone in the trailer to go to the studio in that time. I thought you might be thoughtlessly treading on thin ice again, but I see you had at least an inkling of the truth. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? It's quite simple. True, the break in the trailer meeting came right at the time of the death. However, the path from there to the scene of the crime was blocked. The fallen Mrs. Monkey Head barred the way. Yeah. Around 2:15, a strong gust of wind knocked off the studio mascot's head. Ergo, Edgeworth loves saying ergo. When the people in the trailer took a break at 2:30, the way to the studio was blocked. Blocked by Mrs. Monkey's severed head. It's actually Mr. Monkey, but well, Edgeworth has a point. And somehow I feel no desire to correct him. I believe we have seen enough evidence. I would like to relieve Mr. Manella from the stand. What? It's over? I guess we lose. Game over. Very well. The court's opinion on this case is as follows. We have found that there were several other people in Studio 2 on the day of the murder. However, it is also clear that none of these people could have gone to Studio 1. They therefore have no relation to this case. Furthermore, with regards to the photo of a steel samurai, given the size of the costume, no one other than Mr. Powers could have worn it that day. All that is lacking is decisive evidence that he is the one who did it. If we had that, I'm afraid we have to find Mr. Powers guilty. Your Honor, the prosecution is pleased to announce that we indeed have decisive evidence. A witness. Who is this witness, Mr. Edgeworth? My witness saw the very moment when Steel Samurai skewered the victim. Order. We will have order. I see. The court will take a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear your witness. Court is adjourned for the recess. Well. What do we do now, Mia? If everyone in that trailer has an alibi... I'm sorry, Phoenix. I guess I was wrong. Mia! Don't tell me you're giving up. If you give up, what hope do I have? No, don't get me wrong. I've never given up on the trial before, not while there was a chance. Only one thing became clear in your cross-examination. The people in the trailer could not have gone to Studio 1. I thought there was more to it than that. But I was wrong. That's all there is. What's going to happen to me? It kinda seems like everyone in that courtroom thinks I did it. They think I'm a murderer. Don't worry, Mr. Powers. If you're innocent, we will prove it. I guarantee it. Leave it to us and be yourself. Be strong. You are the Steel Samurai. You are the children everywhere, after all. You... Thanks. Okay, Phoenix. This one's for the kids. Let's do it.
back to court. None of them could have went to Studio 1, but what does that mean? Maybe we'll find out from this new witness. Court is back in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution has a concern. As our witness is a grade schooler of 10 years and this is a murder case, we worry that the defense might cause unnecessary trauma with his cruel questioning. Well, nice to see Edgeworth taking the moral high ground. However, we have no choice. The prosecution calls Cody Hackins to the stand. He's short. Your Honor, perhaps you could arrange a box for him to stand on. Oh, right. Guard, please bring him a box. One of those donut crates should do. Will the witness state his name and grade in school? Witness.
What? Just because you're all grown up doesn't mean you can push me around. Meh.
Cody. Answer his question, okay?
Hey, it's you. It's a nice lady. I'm Cody Hackins. I'm in 2nd grade.
I get the feeling this is going to be a long, long day. Mr. Edgeworth, please remember that you're speaking to a child. Try to be gentle. Witness. Cody. He's having trouble with his gentle thing. You were present. We're at the Global Studios in the incident.
You got a problem with that?
Please tell us what you saw that day.
What, Pops? You want me to tell you and Gramps with the beard over there?
Just Mr. Edgeworth. I prefer better judge myself. A very long day. Incidentally, photographic equipment is strictly forbidden in the courtroom. My apologies, Your Honor. He said he wouldn't testify if he couldn't bring it. I'd like special permission if that's possible. Wait, so you say you had to bargain terms of a kid and you lost? Hey, I just got this new camera.
I don't really know how to use it all that good yet, but I bring it with me wherever I go.
Phoenix, I wonder if he had that camera on the day of the murder. You better make a note of it in the court record. Very well, Cody. Please testify to the court about what you saw on the day of the incident. We're gonna listen to the testimony of a kid,
I wanted to see the Steel Samurai rehearsal just once. I found a map on the internet and went to the studios that day. I went through the woods, off the path, so the old lady wouldn't catch me. I was going for the studio. I kinda lost the way, though, for about 30 minutes. When I came out by the studio, there was a Steel Samurai. It totally rocked. Right before my eyes, out came the bad guy. Of course, the Steel Samurai took him down. Pow! If I had my camera with me, that would have been the time for a shot, I tell you. Anyway, I couldn't get in the studio, so I went home.
Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. But be gentle, remember you're talking to a child. This kid is tougher than most adults we see in here, honestly. No mercy. Attack the child with logic. You really like the Steel Samurai, huh?
Of course I do. I tape every show, and I go to all the live performances.
That's pretty impressive. Have you been to the amusement park?
Of course, duh. My dad always takes me.
Poor dad. Was that day the first time you've been to the studio?
Actually, I've been a couple of times. I never managed to get there on rehearsal day. And that security lady's always yelling.
Right. Please continue.
Chill, Pops. I'm getting to it. How am I supposed to talk with you cutting me off all the time? Jeez.
I went through the woods. Off the path.
Yeah, you know how the studios are in the valley there? If you go the path a little, there's woods. That's where I was.
I see.
Anyhow.
Okay, going to the studio. Well, did nothing unusual happen on your way to the studio?
Unusual?
Did you see this monkey by any chance?
Oh, you mean Mr. Monkey? Yeah, I saw him, but his head wasn't busted.
So you went straight to the studio?
Well, that's interesting. He saw the monkey before it was busted. You got lost in the woods. Yeah, I couldn't figure out which way I was walking. Man, I was relieved when I saw the blue studio doors. But I guess what happened next? Can't here, there was Steel Samurai. The Steel Samurai. Yeah, he was standing by the studio gate. It looked like he was thinking about something before going in. Then he opened the gate and went inside. I see. What then? What sort of bad guy was it? A guy, a person, kinda tall, skinny. Are you sure it was a guy? I don't know, he was kinda far away. He's being awfully vague. The samurai took him down, pow! What happened to the bad guy? Huh? Well, he kinda didn't move, not a bit, like he was dead. I guess he's a real pro, what a great actor! Yes, I suppose he was. If you had your camera? You mean you weren't carrying your camera then? No, I wasn't. It's not like I have it all the time. Really? I guess seeing the killer freak him out, he went home. Phoenix, remember he's a child. Use gentle words, but be firm. Easy for you to say. If I had my camera with me, I would have had time for a shot, I tell you. But then, this evidence right here, he always has his digital camera. Why would he not have it? Why would he not have his digital camera? That is a contradiction. Cody, what you said seems, well, a little strange. Didn't you say before that you always bring your digital camera wherever you go? You were quite clear about that. Huh? Look at his face. Cody, you shouldn't lie here, you understand that, right? Mr. Wright, a word with you. Uh-oh, was I putting the pressure on too much? What is this digital camera contraption you're talking about? Oh. It's, a digital camera, Your Honor. It's kind of a new sort of camera. How do I explain that? I see. I guess. Again, this is like during the time when digital cameras was new, so... Anyway, Cody, I can't believe you wouldn't bring your own camera on the trip to the studios. You did bring it, didn't you? Mr. Wright, how cruel you are to terrorize a poor child so. I don't care if he's a child or a prosecuting attorney, no one should lie in court. What do you mean, a prosecuting attorney? Well, Cody? What? Yeah, so I had my camera, so what? You got a problem with that? So you did have your camera. And did you use this camera? Boy, why would I use it? I was too busy watching. Very well, please testify to the court about what you were so busy watching. Yeah, I had my camera with me, but I was glued to the action. I couldn't take my eyes off it. The Steel Samurai, he goes with the bad guy, wham! Then the bad guy stopped moving. He's so strong, the Steel Samurai rules. Okay. Is that all? Well, that was brief. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Oh, that's means that. I'm gonna go back here. So, why didn't you use it? He's getting to that. Relax and listen. I didn't use it because I was too busy watching the real thing, okay? So you're watching the Steel Samurai. Did you watch the whole fight? Yeah, of course. You didn't turn away, not even once. No. Okay, then tell us exactly what happened. Yeah, I'm getting to that. So the bad guy attacked him first. Yeah. So what sort of person was this bad guy? I told you, a person. He was a person. How was he dressed? I kinda don't remember. I was too busy watching the Steel Samurai. I see. What happened next? That guy stopped moving. Why? Huh? What do you mean, why? Why wasn't the bad guy moving? Well, because the Steel Samurai brought him to justice. And how exactly did he do that? How did he do it? With a samurai kick and a samurai punch, a samurai chop and a samurai slap. Something like that. He's still being vague about this. What? Look at me now, look, Pops. How should I play this? Stare at him. Yeah. If I press too hard now, the judge might keep me from continuing. I'll sit back and see how the rest of this goes. What did you do after the bad guy fell, Cody? Actually, the fight was so intense that I kinda got scared. I went straight home. Something isn't adding up here. Something about his account doesn't seem right. Phoenix, it doesn't seem right because he's being deliberately vague. Press him with the facts, Phoenix. Find out what he saw. Okay. So maybe there isn't like a contradiction. I was thinking like maybe the fact that, the fact that he's a scrapbook, you know, he usually takes every single battle, he always takes a photo, but this time he didn't, which is weird. So maybe I should press him harder here. Something like that. I guess I have to press him harder now. Cody. What? Something's bothering me. Before you said that you couldn't take your eyes off the action. Yeah? So what? Yet you missed the most important part. What is the meaning of this? The witness has stated what he saw quite clearly. You know as well as I do that he's being vague. Tell me, what kind of murderer uses a samurai slap? My point is this. Cody, you may have seen some of the Steel Samurais fight. But you missed the most important part, the killing blow. Order. Mr. Wright. How could this be? Can you explain how he might have missed something so vital? That's the thing. Phoenix, I believe you're on the right track with this. Think, why didn't Cody see the climax of the fight? I know you can figure this out. Mr. Wright, your answer. We have ascertained that this young boy is a great fan of the Steel Samurai. Why would he watch the climax of the fight? Show evidence. The new digital camera, Cody always carries it, though he's still learning how to use it. Your Honor, I have evidence. Evidence? Yes, Your Honor. Why did Cody look away from the fight? Here's my proof. Yep, I was reading that sentence. It makes sense. The reason why he couldn't look at the fight, because... What's that? The camera? The witness say that he recently received this camera. Yes, I'm aware of that. You know, similar to how the judge was like all confused about how, like, what's a digital camera? I don't know. Again, so I guess like an old game, so like digital cameras at the time were new, so he wasn't entirely familiar with his operation. I'm aware of that too. Correct. Why would Cody be looking somewhere else at this critical moment? Because he was looking at his camera. He was trying to take a picture. Hey! Bullseye. Well, what's your problem, Pops? Like, yeah, thanks for picking on little kids. Pressing, not picking. Good job, Phoenix. Cody was lying, clearly. Smart of you to realize there was no way he could just stand there watching his hero and not take a picture. Right. Cody, there's only one reason why you would have want to looked away from the fight. And that was because you wanted to take a picture. But having just received your camera, you weren't used to using it yet. So you missed the climax of the fight, correct? Yeah. Well, Phoenix, I bet you anything he's hiding more than that. Have him testify again. Right. Mia means business. Your Honor, the defense would like to request that Cody Hackins testify once more. Very well. Cody, could you please tell us about your camera? And about why you didn't take a picture of the fight? Welcome to the real world, kid. Yeah, you're right, Pops. The Steel Samurai had just escaped from the clutches of the villain. So I held up my camera to take a picture. But the lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. Nah, that's all that happened. Yep. Lens? Anything strange in that testimony, Mr. Wright? I'm not sure. I'd like to proceed the cross-examination anyway. Am I right? No. Pops? Yeah, I called you Pops, you spiky-haired geezer. Geezer? I mean, Mr. Edward, I'm your gentleman. That's what I hate about you grown-ups. You're all so self-conscious. Okay, off with the kids' gloves. Testify, witness, testify. Yeah. So you did see the beginning of the fight? Yeah? Did you not notice anything unusual? I guess the Steel Samurai was moving a little strange. Moving strangely, Why couldn't you take a picture? My new camera has too many buttons, I couldn't figure it out. I tried to take a picture, I really tried. The lens wouldn't open in time. When the lens opened, what did you see? Well, a person on the ground, and a Steel Samurai. That's all. Yeah, I told you I didn't take a picture. I would've once I got that lens open. Did you really not take a picture? Not even one? I mean, why wouldn't he? Once he got it, then why wouldn't he take a picture? It makes sense. He would take a picture, right? He always takes a picture. In the Path to Glory, you know, scrapbook, he always does so, so why wouldn't he do it after? Cody. Listen up, Cody Hackins. I know exactly what happened that day. You took a picture. Hey! Bullseye? How did you know? I see through all your lies, Cody Hackins. It's one of my powers. Wow. This feels great. Yeah, I took a picture. Or perhaps you can change your testimony to deflect this, Cody? Took a few shots, but it was too late, so I erased them. You erased them? Yeah. Why would you erase a picture of your beloved Steel Samurai victorious? Well, you know, why would I keep a picture like that? It's becoming less and less cooperative. I better find a clear contradiction soon or some solid evidence. How can I pick holes in such a short testimony? There has to be something. Dig up the dirt, Phoenix. I know what this kid's all about. But I erased them. Erase them? I mean, again, why would you erase them? That makes no sense. You wouldn't do that, kiddo. You would keep it. Right? I mean, I guess, I don't know if this is the correct solution, but here we go. Cody. What? Man, every time you say Cody, you felt it was something bad. I just wanted to thank you for giving me this the other day. Huh? Oh, right. What was it you told me then? I go to every live performance. I always take a picture when the Steel Samurai lands the final blow. Wazam! I got them all. I never missed one. A perfect collection. Cody.
Did you really get a picture of the Steel Samurai standing victorious over his foe? If you did, I find it hard to believe that you would just erase it. Wouldn't you keep it for your album? Mr. Wright, what exactly is this album? It's called Path to Glory. It's a collection of pictures of the Steel Samurai, all taken by Cody Hackins. He claims it's a perfect collection of every battle the Steel Samurai has won. I see. Don't you find this very odd, Your Honor? Among all his pictures of the Steel Samurai, none were taken that day. Order. Mr. Wright, have you an explanation? If the Steel Samurai has just defeated his adversary, I certainly would expect to see a picture of it in his album. Exactly my point, Your Honor. No, wait. No way! What? Hey, what's going on? Phoenix? I think we finally discovered the truth. And what a truth it is. Mia, are we sure about this? He actually... Yes. I'm pretty sure what you're thinking is right. Tell them, Phoenix. Tell them what the truth is. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what is going on here. Why was there no picture in the album from the day of the murder? Why would the boy have erased the pictures he took? Well, photo is blurry. I mean, that's actually unlikely because he has a digital camera. Erased them by mistake? Well, he did say he did erase them, on purpose, so why would it be a mistake? The Steel Samurai, they didn't win. I mean, that makes sense, actually. Because, he's always going on about how the Steel Samurai, he always wins. Well, if he sees proof of, on the contrary, he wouldn't want it around, right? Otherwise, he would keep Steel Samurai pictures, so the third one makes sense. Here we go. I can think of only one reason, Your Honor. The Steel Samurai didn't win. That's why Cody deleted those pictures. You mean the Steel Samurai lost? Well, Cody, I'm right, aren't I? Tell the truth. The bad guy defeated the Steel Samurai. No way, no! It's impossible, the Steel Samurai never loses! He never loses to anyone, ever! It's like John Cena, in the wrestling. Your Honor. The witness has revealed everything with his words. There was a reason why he lied and told us he didn't take a picture. The same reason he erased his precious photos. For Cody, it was inconceivable that the Steel Samurai could ever be defeated. However, Cody witnessed the impossible. He saw the Steel Samurai lose. Yet to admit what he saw would destroy everything he believed in. That's why he lied and said the Steel Samurai won. He couldn't handle the truth. You can't handle the truth. You want the truth? You can't handle the truth. Order. I will have order. Witness, I mean Cody, is this true? What did you see? Tell the court what you saw.
Meh.
Cody. That day, you saw the Steel Samurai lose a fight, right?
Okay, you're right. The Steel Samurai fell down. And then he moved. Wah.
Order. What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, right? The Steel Samurai was the murderer, not the victim. Yet according to your witness's testimony, the Steel Samurai was the one who fell. Everything's topsy-turvy. Mr. Wright, what's going on? Apparently, we have all made a serious error. An error? What's this all about? I mean that makes sense. Hammer was the victim. We already know that. There was no victim. Autopsy report says otherwise. But I guess, yeah, judging from the kid's testimony, we can only assume the one in the Steel Samurai costume was the one who, I guess, got murdered? Maybe? That's the only conclusion I can, draw from Cody Hackins' testimony. He saw the Steel Samurai get defeated, right? If you understand what really happened, it's actually quite simple. At the end of the fight, the Steel Samurai fell to the ground and lay still. In other words, the Steel Samurai was not the killer, he was the victim. Don't you see? Jack Hammer was the Steel Samurai. Nani? Order, order, order. So the Steel Samurai in this photograph. You're saying the man in the costume was a victim, Mr. Jack Hammer? That's what I'm saying, Your Honor. Jack Hammer was present in the action scene run-through that morning. Thus, he obviously knew about Will Power's foot injury. But wait, hadn't Mr. Hammer gone to Studio 1 already? And that's what everyone thought. Remember what Miss Oldbag said in her testimony? Oh yeah, she didn't see anyone other than, the Steel Samurai person in the costume, and the kid, and that's all. Nope, she didn't see poor old Hammer, already gone to the studio. Assumedly. Everyone was just assuming that. Mr. Jack Hammer left the employee area after lunch. However, no one saw him going to Studio 1. Nor was there a picture of him. He waited for Mr. Powers to take a nap in his dressing room. Then, he snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. But why would the victim do such a thing? I don't know. I can think of a hypothesis, but let's see. I get it. I thought that the Steel Samurai was moving strange, so it was a different person inside the suit. Pops! Me? What? Actually, there was one piece of data I saved. Data? Yeah, a photo on my digital camera. What? Show us, quick. No way, man, if you're gonna look at me like that. Now. Here, this is it. Okay. It's like from the back. Well, looking at this is still a little hard to say. I'm afraid there couldn't be anyone in that costume. Your opinion, Mr. Wright? I agree, Your Honor. This isn't decisive evidence. I'm sorry, this doesn't look like it's the proof we need. I'll give it back. Wait, Phoenix. Mia? What? Look at the photo once more. That's it, Phoenix. That photo is all the evidence you need to win this trial. Nani? Your Honor, may I see that photo once more, please? Certainly. I don't see why not. Phoenix, show him. There's a glaring, decisive inconsistency of the facts that as we know them in that photo. Find an inconsistency in that photo. Do it. Find it. What's wrong? Well, we're looking at him. The spear looks fine. There's the duct tape right there. We don't know exactly. How do we can't prove that this guy's Jack Hammer, I guess. Can we look at the court record? I guess we can't. But we can point out. Where is he going? Why is he going into this? What's this? Looks like an S, but it's a studio, right? Studio number 2. I mean, I think it's like studio number 2. Why is he going to studio number 2? Didn't we find his body in studio number 1? Why is he going to number 2? Your Honor, look at this. I see a gate. But I draw your attention to the number on that gate. The number? Ah, yes, well, it's hard to see, but it looks like a 2. But clearly not a 1, Your Honor, correct? I believe Mr. Edgeworth sees what I'm getting at. But that's impossible. What's this all about? Please explain so I might be shocked along with the rest of the court. I'll use the studio guide map. The body was found here in Studio 1. However, what do we see in this photo taken at the time of the murder? It does not say 1 in the gate in the photo. Your Honor, here is the true scene of the crime. Show the judge where the murder took place. It took place in the main gate. No, it took place in studio number 2, of course, because that's where the Steel Samurai was heading towards. Here, at Studio 2. I see, that would explain the 2 on the gate in the photo.
Your Honor, I find it very significant that the murder took place in Studio 2. The path was blocked normally, right? But why would he be, like, how could he get there and also be in Studio number 1? It's weird. The path to the trailer was blocked. So we've heard. The path was blocked at 2:15. In other words, the victim went to Studio 2 before that time.
Yes, I suppose that would be the case.
Remember Mr. Salmella's testimony? Allow me to remind the court. He said no one in the trailer was guilty because they could not have gone to Studio 1. Yet in actuality, the reverse was true. Only someone in the trailer could have committed this murder. They were the only ones with access to the scene of the crime, Studio 2. As you may recall, there is a trailer in Studio 2. Now on that day, a meeting was held on that very trailer. There was a break in the meeting corresponding to the time of death. During that break, Mr. Salmonella and Miss D. Vasquez were outside eating steak. They were at the scene of the crime. Order. The defense makes the following claims. The scene of the crime was Studio 2. The person that the security guard Miss Olbeg saw was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer. Mr. Hammer, for some reason, stole a steel samurai costume. Then he went to Studio 2.
This is madness! Madness? This is Phoenix Wright.
No,
Jack Hammer is the victim. The victim! Why would he steal a steel samurai costume? Are you suggesting he did it so to cover up the detail was his own murder?
Well, no, of course not.
Or do you have proof? Give me proof that the victim, Jack Hammer, stole the costume.
Well, there is one glaring thing that has kind of been bothering me in our court record. So maybe that's the proof we need?
I have proof. You do? You do? You do, Mr. Wright?
Now that there's no surprise, suddenly I'm much less confident. I think I'm right, though. Here's my proof that Jack Hammer stole the costume. Right here. Because why were there sleeping pills, in the employee area? There must be a reason, and it must be connected to Jack Hammer.
This is it. An empty medicine bottle.
I found this on the table in the employee area. The same table where Mr. Hammer and Mr. Powers ate. The label reads sleeping pills. Sleeping pills. The defendant, Mr. Powers, spent the entire afternoon sleeping. He was drugged by Mr. Hammer. It's a bold assumption.
Wait a moment. That bottle does raise some suspicions, yes. But there's no proof that Mr. Hammer used it.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. It's kind of like not hard proof. Your Honor, I have an idea. Fingerprint. Examine Hammer's body. Testing Powers' blood. I mean, we can show that he was drugged, but that doesn't really connect Mr. Hammer to the bottle. And examining Hammer's body wouldn't really do much, really. So I guess fingerprinting? Elimination of, process of elimination?
An idea? Very well, let's hear it.
I want to check this bottle for fingerprints. If my claim is true, Mr. Hammer's fingerprints should show up on this bottle.
I suppose you're right.
Speaking of fingerprints, especially in fiction, fingerprints in real life, they're not super exact, So you can't exactly, check fingerprints to an actual, person who actually held the bottle, But I guess in this case, there's only really one person who could have had that bottle, so I guess it makes sense to fingerprint it. Because otherwise, again, in real life, if you just take a fingerprint, it would actually match a couple of people, right? It would match all around the world, at the very least, a handful of people who would have similar fingerprints, as it turns out. But I guess, again, in this case, it does make sense because there's only very few suspects, right? Only very few people who could have touched that bottle, and most likely it would be Mr. Hammer. Very well. The court will take possession of the bottle.
This court will now suspend proceedings in the current trial for today. Cody Hacken's testimony was revealed new possibilities in this case. In fact, things may have happened very differently than we previously thought. The steel samurai seen by Miss Oldbag may have been the victim, Jack Hammer. The scene of the crime was not Studio 1, but Studio 2. And those in the Trilogy did not have time to commit murder. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Your homework is to find the answer to the following question. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the steel samurai costume? Why would Mr. Hammer steal the steel samurai costume? Steal. Also, who killed him and why? Find the answers for me by tomorrow. Do everything for me. That's a lot of homework. Mr. Edgeworth. You will need to reconsider your stance in this case. Above all, you will need to reconsider your suspicion of Mr. Will Powers. As you say, Your Honor, this trial will be extended until tomorrow. This is the last extension. Very well, court is adjourned. Looks like it's gonna be extended to a third day. Phew. Well, that was a close one. Well, we were saved by a hair, but that's all that counts. I thought seriously about going home about 3 times during the trial. Me too. Really? You both seem so confident. Maybe I should take up a career in acting. I was ready to pronounce you dead about 3 times back there. Me too. Dead? Oh, of course we're kidding. Are you sure? I wasn't kidding. Now, Mr. Powers, we have to go make our final investigation. But I promise you, we'll find the true killer by tomorrow's trial. Right, thanks. Continued.